back in the summer, I got a sinus infection. How did I get a sinus infection in the summer? I don't even know. Don't ask.
We untouchable, uncrushable. We untouchable,
Jerky,
uncrushable.
Welcome back to another episode of Dapper Diane. If this is your first time here, my name is Dorothy. It is very nice to meet you. If you can go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you. That'd be much appreciated. So today, what are we going to get into? Oh my God, my skin looks so bad. Okay, so we are going to do an updated skin routine and an updated hair routine. So I know one person has asked for this already, and I was kind of planning to do that anyway, so it worked out in perfect timing. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. First step, I use, let's see if it'll focus. Okay, a little bit. I cleanse my face with this, and then I try my best to have my skin kind of damp. And now I've finally gotten into the ordinary, and this is where we're getting into new products that I didn't use. First step I do is use the niacinamide, and these are all pretty affordable. I got these from Ulta, and so far for me, they've been feeling all right. Now, what I've heard is that it takes about it could take like 6 to 12 weeks to notice a difference in your skin. And I feel like that makes sense. Like, of course, your skin isn't going to change overnight, especially when you're introducing new products. It's going to take a minute. So that's the first step. And I just try to make sure my skin is damp. Next, I go in with some hyaluronic acid. I think I'm saying that right. But for me, I noticed that when I did it, I'm not saying that this is the correct order, but when I did do it in this order, my skin felt really, really nice. Now, the thing to note with hyaluronic acid is that it's kind of like a stickier, thicker substance or consistency. So you want to make sure that you only use like 2 or 3 drops of any of these products because you don't want to drench your face, okay? Last but not least for the ordinary is the capping solution. Now, as you can see, I get under eye bags, and I've had those my whole entire life. So, and sometimes if I get extra, I just put it over my face in general. And I just rub that in. The next product from the ordinary that I want to get is the vitamin C, but my local Ulta didn't have it, so this is what I'm working with. But yeah, now that I have those 3 ordinary products in, I'm gonna let this air dry. Now that all of that has air dried, I'm gonna go in with this. And I find that this is a good lotion for me because it's not really heavy, but it's not too thin where my face feels dry afterwards still. So, and normally I don't even struggle with dry skin because I have oily skin. I'm more so of an oily skin type. So I just rub that in, and sometimes I'll like massage my face too. Okay, so now that that's in, I try to push up my eyebrows too to make me look decent. A really simple step that I love is this Vaseline chapstick, but now I use this is the aloe vera one, but I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, this is one of the chapsticks that costs like $2 or $3, but and the last step that I do for my skin is this cocoa butter stick. I feel like I've mentioned it before, but I swear by these cocoa butter sticks because back, when was it? It was like, I want to say it was 2 summers ago. I got a sinus infection and I just put it all over my scars, which is essentially my entire face. But back in the summer, I got a sinus infection. How did I get a sinus infection in the summer? I don't even know. Don't ask. But it got so bad that I had to like blow my nose constantly. And then I was blowing my nose so much that I had like rubbed my skin raw right here around my nostrils. And then all of a sudden this nasty, oh my God, it was the nastiest thing ever. This nasty scab formed right here. And it was literally so embarrassing. Cause like I couldn't put makeup over it because it had literally scabbed up. Couldn't put makeup. It was kind of big. It was kind of like that size. And of course it's healing. It's raw skin. It's still kind of like somewhat infected. Like I had to go to my campus doctor and get like an antibiotic for it. It was that bad. So of course I couldn't put makeup on it and I just had to wait it out. Let it heal up on its own, let it scab up, let it fall off. And of course, for me, I scar easily. So after the scab had gone away, I was left with the scar. And I just consistently put this on it every single day. And you literally would never be able to tell that I had like this huge scar right here. After the scab went away, it kind of just looked like a mole. But of course, I never had a mole there my whole life, so I wasn't even used to looking like I had a mole. So yeah, y'all, I swear by this. If you have scars, use this. Now on to my hair. This is the first product that I use. It is Hawaiian Silky Moisturizer in Sheen. Now I did just get out of the shower, so my hair did get some moisture from being from the steam from the shower, but I like to go in with that because it has tea tree oil, jojoba oil, all that good stuff. So then I go in with this mousse. Now I don't know if I've seen many other wavers use mousse. Mind you, I'm just starting out, so I am still a student in this, but I figured mousse would be good if I'm trying to define my waves the same way that you would with any other way that you would use mousse. You're trying to define some type of pattern or curl or hold, and this time I'm just using it for my waves. And of course I use the plastic bag method, and I was seeing that this is supposed to help with reducing friction and once again getting that nice compression. So you can see that I'm swimming just a little bit, I'm waving just a little bit, barely, but the next step is I go in with this sheen. I like the sheen because one, it's carrot sheen. I just like the way it smells. I don't know if it actually serves a purpose, but of course it is sheen, so it adds a nice shine, and it's just like a little aerosol oil for my hair that I like. So that is that. And then the last step is pink luster. Now I use this as, I feel like especially growing up, when I had hair I use this, but now I use this for my waves now. And shout out to Devin. I'll put his information somewhere here and somewhere in the description, but Devin was telling me that instead of using pomades, which is what I originally purchased, you want to use like a cream, because with pomades, it's really like gunking your hair down, which makes sense because they're literally pomades, are really thick. So all I do is just take some of this, put it in the middle of my plastic bag, kind of go like that, so it can evenly spread out, and put it on. And then I do the same exact thing for the back of my head. I'm going to go in with my Torino brushes. Of course, I still gotta brush it out. Don't mind the product, but I first have my hard brush, and I got these from Amazon. Got my hard brush. Actually, let me put it. Anyways, that's that. And then I got my medium brush. Now, actually, this was the first brush that I purchased. So if I would have known better, I would have just purchased a palmy. But I dropped the brush, so that happened. That actually kind of made me sad. But that's my medium brush that I use. And then last but not least, my soft brush. So I need to do better with not blind brushing, because I'm low-key impatient, so I will just brush whatever, brush, but without looking how I'm brushing. And of course, as a waver, you know that's important. But now I'm gonna do that. Y'all will see how I brush. I'm gonna put it in time lapse so you don't see me brushing for 5 years. You can see from the time lapse, and right now I have excess product, right? So what I typically do is just get a wig cap, essentially the same one that I'm going to use to compress once I'm done. I just get a wig cap and just wipe it off. Now, if you don't have a wig cap, I guess you could use whatever, or just not put in as much product in the first place. But this is just what I do, and I typically put in a bit more product because, one, it is the winter time, and of course in the winter time you typically dry out your hair a little bit because it's so cold, or if you live in a really cold environment, that's what happens. But that's just what I do. And now we are going to get back to the brush. At this point, I've been wolfing for about 8 weeks. Time to get another cut. Now, of course, I'm going to keep brushing some more, but that is the overall process of the products that I use and how I brush my hair. Like I said, I am a new waver. I'm a baby waver. So if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. But that is going to be all for this video, y'all. It's a pretty good update to what I did the first time. So now we're growing, we know better, we do better. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep brushing. Y'all don't have to sit through all of that. If you made it to this part of the video, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.